Hello, this is KRBrickBot, and this is an honest-to-goodness regular review of what is actually Carbot Bearhider. Down to explaining the show and details this thing came from and not just a toy review. Yeah, so this is part of the Carbot Season 11, released in the latter half of 2021. Yeah, there's like one main gimmick that goes across most of the toys, but except two of them are outlined in that they're organic beasts and not the Samba changes. First off, the packaging style is similar to those other Samba Carbots. Dual colors and some natural background here and some grid work in there. And the word mark is even a similar shape as that, with two different colors of text with some tangled vines, except it omits the arrows there, so there is no switcheroos here, except for the switcheroos for the same common blurb of easy transformation. English name right there, Bearhider. The illustrated photos with two equally unsettling bear faces, one with the pupils and then just a big glare, and one with lifeless eyes. The rest of the packaging, the split red and orange carries over to the top. And to the side, yeah, red over here, orange over here, otherwise the exact same illustrated layouts. The back of the box carries over that white jungle and grid graphic design style, with his other most similar, with a cross-sell of Eagle Hider sold separately. And finally, the bottom of the box. This was a 2021 toy around October that's printed on, that's stamped on there and not printed in the box. That's stamped on there and not printed with the box. And all the information. This is a 2021 toy around October.
꿈에서 전투형 카봇으로 변신하는 파이터 베어하이더. 어떤 극한 상황에서도 살아남는 생존 전문가라고. 나는 강력한 앞발과 파워로 공격하는 것이 특기야. 하지만 내가 제일 잘하는 것은 참는 거야. 끈기. 내 이건 카봇 중에서 내가 최고지. 화가 나도 참고, 모욕을 받아도 참고, 배가 고파도 참고, 화장실 가고 싶어도 참고. 하지만 한 번 화가 나면 엄청나게 무서워지지. 나는 북극에 살아서 환경 문제에 대단히 관심이 많아. 지구 온난화 때문에 우리 북극곰들이 멸종당할 위기에 처했거든. 어린이 여러분도 나처럼 환경에 관심을 부탁해. 안녕 차탄. 나는 생존 전문가 베어하이더야. 어떤 상황에서도 살아남는 능력을 가졌지. 경고! 나를 화나게 하지 마. 내가 화가 나면 책임 못 진다고. 강력한 냉기를 발사하여 상대를 얼려버린다. 블리자드 공격! 아빠곰, 엄마곰, 아기곰의 분신이 나타나 함께 공격한다. 곰 3마리! 더워. 이게 다 지구 온난화 때문이야. 지구 온난화 때문에 북극곰이 살기 힘들어진다고. 제발 환경 보호, 플리즈!
So as I'm saying again, this is a very nicely sculpted polar bear with all those fur lines and molded musculature, like the back of his front elbows and his shoulder caps here, and what I assume are, like, you know, those shoulder bumps like on the top of the muscle, the point where the top of the shoulders meet the muscles. So I guess it kind of looks significantly off. It kind of looks like some sort of not camel hump. The rump's a little smoothed out, but there's a little bear tail. I'm not sure how accurate it is if polar bears have bigger back paws than front paws, but I guess they all have 5 toes. These separately black plastic flat toes. Yeah, but there is a real big gunk of paint that somehow got stuck on here, even though I really don't see any white paint on here. Alright, except for the paws. The front paws are painted, yeah, but this bled over, and I'm too afraid to use any substances to get it off. Front insides are fangs. Those are some, yeah, those look like they could bite. And the jaw. And for some reason, this is frictionless. Just flops down there. I guess it's for easy play, so the kids don't have to wedge their fingers into the sharp claws to pull it out, I guess. And the robot's seam lines are very perpendicular. They're all at 90-degree angles except the slight slant at the foot. And of course, it's a complete brick. Really no articulation apart from only those in the robot mode, and big gap at the front. You can see some robot bits. I guess there's only so far they can get to panel and cover the bits with 2 extra bits that are the accessories, and the front one has a secure connection but easily removable, so that's a little annoying. And he's all in a off-white, a bit of a yellowed white, not pure white, which is pretty accurate to real polar bears, and also any yellowing that any Bearhiders might experience by kids leaving them out on the windowsill might not be as noticeable. Okay, I'll cut to the transformation. Basically, you splay this thing apart as you spread about some bits. Removable weapon storage. Bear rug mode. Bear rug transform. Nice holes to put them in there. Yeah, it does look kind of odd how the claws are. Yeah, it does look kind of odd how the claw weapons are mirrored and they're not symmetrical. Just because they have to be this way to overlap like this. And I'm not sure that makes that much of an aesthetic difference if you don't look at it very closely. Yep, there's Bearhider. Whoops, forgot to take this off. All the interior colors really pop out to reveal this blue robot. I guess I would have liked to see some more cooler shades of blue, maybe like a more icy blue, lighter blue colors, but that's just my personal preference. Something a bit more thematically fitting than just plain old blue. The few robot mode details there are simplistic in my opinion. I guess it does have a bit of a bestial tribalistic aesthetics, but like with the silver collar that looks like a toothed necklace, as with these little spikes here that kind of evoke the ribcage, not really. And a bit of gold here. And yeah, the lower shins have some revealed robot bits and some gold painted facets here. If you look at them from the side, they are at a weird angle, almost like a digitigrade legs, but not really. I mean, it's not tilting forward. You just have a whole bunch of mass on the back, and just this entire front section is just looking awfully skinned out, awfully skinny, so that's a little misproportioned, but I guess it doesn't look that bad if you just look at straight forward. But the back might look a little flat. It just looks like a filleted bear backside that was just plonked onto the back of the main robot torso. So maybe that looks a little like a too simplistic of a design. But hey, there are at least some panel lighting in there, so it doesn't look like it's just the hollow underside. This also kind of looks a bit Cobra-ish. And the shoulders, I mean, they are just a beast kibble. But I guess it looks a little simplistic. I mean, it just kind of looks like just the planks folded up and not even attractively. Like, these hinges here, maybe a little bit of paint in these intentional ridges might have helped make them stand out more. And of course, the two heads, the actual robot head nestled in the actual bear head, that really just gives us character by making him look like he's wearing a big old bear skin mascot head that's way oversized. Yeah, it's not like hidden away or like put on the chest or a weapon or like even halfway face. It's just the bear head just plonked right on there. I guess that's why they have the loose jaw, just so that it just instantly nestles like that. But if you squint hard enough, it does kind of look like his lower jaw just morphed into a mechanical jaw and the robot head popped out in between. Kind of a nice illusion if you think of it that way. Yeah, that actual bear jaw is pretty hidden. You either like the silliness or really don't like it because it just ruins the look, in your opinion. Ratchet shoulders, but not the usual sounding ratchet shoulders. Lots of butterfly. Outward, as far as it goes for transformation. Obtuse elbow bend. A weirdly cut wrist swivel. With no fist hole at all except a screw. And some overpaint. 94 in the back, and also really forceful sounding hinges, and nothing on the back because of kibble. Almost 90-degree knee and a full thigh swivel. And some weird toe down. And this recommendation re-review is gonna do really poorly because I waited too long to make this. I should have made both reviews of these at the same time and then uploaded them in the same month. This is never gonna hit the numbers of the much more recognizable brand Transformer version of this. Seriously, why do we keep calling transforming robots that are not the Transformers off-brand knockoffs? Maybe I should consider naming all my reviews knockoffs of recognizable Transformers. It's unusual and funny in the show that Bearhider's debut mission was going to the desert, which was quite literally out of his element, and they later did have an Arctic episode, but he didn't appear, but the more sandy safari-oriented Carbot appeared instead. Subversions. From my perspective at least, I think Bearhider is slightly more interesting than Eaglehider because he's so similar to something we already have, but Polar Bear Transformers are pretty uncommon. I'm sure an updated Maximal Polar Claw toy will eventually come in a couple of years, but I guess if you just want a Polar Bear Transformer fix now, I guess this will have to do. Though the really different aesthetics might be a turnoff. But just like Eaglehider, Bearhider's large size and chunky simplicity might fit along well with the old vintage large Beast Wars toys. But because there's already Polar Claw in the old Beast Wars toy line, that might be a little redundant.
Be sure to like and subscribe, and until next time, this has been a pretty chill review.